welcome to the second video of this series. I think it's probably going to be a 3 in the end, actually, to tell you the truth, because we're going to do some footage on the set of the video day so that you get an idea of how we put a video together. Although it's going to be slightly different because we're going to be using a better camera, and normally we just use this mobile phone. And this time we'll be using a decent camera, so it should turn out differently. But the idea is we've got the song that I talked about, Screaming Down the Wind, already finished. Say, Naomi's going to do her vocals tomorrow, hopefully. So that'll be finished, and now it comes to how we're going to make this into a video. So we were watching a series of videos, different things that we thought were good. We watched loads of different kinds of videos. Nomi's very eclectic in her music as well, and her musical tastes. So we watched things like Duran Duran and Aha videos and whatever, 80s videos. They inspired the last video, which was the letter, and they inspired the next video, which is Screaming Down the Wind. The text might not have anything to do with the video. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. But the text to Screaming Down the Wind was more about someone being missing in your life, kind of thing. That's what it turned out to be. But the video was inspired by these particular kinds of videos, like Wild Boys and Union of the Snake by Duran Duran. And we thought, something like that, something apocalyptic and end of times kind of thing would be great to do, fun to do. So that's where this video seems to be going. So I start again in my song sketchbook, writing down ideas, drawing little images of things. So what we have now is like a storyboard kind of thing going on, with just pictures of how I want people to look and things that we might need to look like that, and little scenes that might happen in the video, and so on and so forth. Out of that, a story kind of starts to evolve, and the story becomes definite things that I want to have in the video. So like a sort of storyboard of events happening, how things should look, and so on and so forth. Then ideas for shots and stuff. And then a story starts evolving, and the story gets drawn really roughly into a kind of video theme kind of thing. Whoop. And then we'll sit and just go through it, talk about what kind of things we want to have, and there'll be set scenes that we want to have in the video, and there'll be set scenes that stay pretty much. They might get changed, but then there'll be big spaces in between where there's nothing there, there's no idea that I have or we have for something that's going to happen. So they'll be filled in with nice shots, anything that turns up on the day, and so on and so forth. As long as the actual theme stays, there's a lot of room in between for playing with ideas and things that we find at the location on the day. We think about costumes or things that we want to have in the video, the way it should look. Like the letter, I wanted to have the suit and tie thing, and she wants to have the dress. We decided on what colours we were going to use so that they looked nice in the video when we were dancing together and that kind of thing. And then it should start like this, and it should have this bit in it at that point, because there's a bit in the song that does this, and so that should happen there, or something should happen there when the song takes off, or when it gets a bit quieter. And those kind of things get jumbled together, and then when we go out and do the video, it turns into, let's try and capture a load of images that will portray that thing or those ideas. Then we film all of those. Lots of that gets lost. They're the outtakes, if they're funny or interesting. And other stuff, there's normally too much, which is good because you've got stuff to choose from. It means you lose a lot, but you've at least got stuff to choose from. Worst case scenario is there's not enough footage, and you have to start reusing images in the video, and that looks cheesy as far as I'm concerned. So then we go out and do the film, and while we're filming, we'll come up with different ideas, see something and think, oh, we'll do a shot there, we'll do this bit there. Instead of doing that there, we'll do it here. Or instead of having it look like that, the way we planned it originally, we'll have it look like this. And then all of that will be cut together, hopefully making it look neat and tidy and making up the video as it was. Locations are picked beforehand. They have to be things that you can actually do. So there might be locations that the original idea for the video was to do it on a beach, the letter. And no beaches around here. Couldn't get to Holland or anywhere to get to a beach. So the idea of doing a beach video was just out. So then we thought, okay, right, then it has to be something else. So maybe it would be a nice castle or something. Lots of castles around here, castle ruins. And so we thought about the ones that were actually viable, and then went out to them. We went out to one, and unfortunately, because of the floods that we had recently in Germany, we couldn't use that one because they were flooded out. So we had to go to another one, and we used that one instead. That was the location pretty much for the letter. It was Berg Blankenstein, just around the corner. And it turned out to be a really good location, and there were lots of, nice stuff like the scene where we're on the red carpet and there's a well in the background and she's sitting on the well and I'm sitting at the front. There was a wedding or something going on, and they'd already set that up, and we just sort of wandered in there and thought, oh, well, that looks quite nice, and sat down, did the video, and nobody complained and nobody told us to go away. So we just shot the whole piece there, and it looked like it was set up just for us. It wasn't. With all of those little things going down, we had the candles in. All of that was just incidental. It was already there. So we didn't have to plan any of that kind of thing. So lots of things just turn up ad hoc at the location, and then we use them, and then I'll try and cut the video so that fits nicely. And then we do things like go through costumes, try different costumes out. I'm going to wear this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And all of those ideas come together so that it sort of has a nice feel to it generally. Nicole was down today with the camera to see how the camera works and what we can do with the camera. And we talked about what costumes we're going to use and stuff, so that we've all got the same kind of idea in our heads and not it's all completely different. And then I'll start preparing any things that I need for the video, getting clothes out and any accoutrements, any props and things that I need, like the map which will appear in the video, probably only for a second or two, I had to make. So I've made the map that will be pulled out of my jacket in the video of the area that we're going to be walking through. It's not a real map, it's not really the area, it's just supposed to look like that. And then that will appear in the video, so I've already made that. And we go to the location, which we've already checked out. And then we'll start the video shoot, and I'll normally go through it sequence for sequence as it is in my head on the day. Do the first part, second, third, fourth, fifth, and so on. Like the beginning of the video, the second scene, and so on, until I've got the whole video as it will play out, kind of thing. It's easy to do that as well for me when I'm doing the editing, so I've got every sequence as it happens, kind of thing. It makes it easier to have an overview. And then I'll just take the pieces out that are the best and put them all together in the editing program. And then the video will be cut together in that sequence, hoping that I've got all the sequences that I need. So the next step now for here, I've got the map finished, I've got my costume idea in my head. Nom will have her costume idea in her head. Nicole knows what kind of costume idea she's got in her head. We know what the video's story is going to be like. We've got some scenes that are already set, and they're going to come in at certain places in the music, because I've been listening to the song and thinking that should happen there, that should happen there. So we've all got that kind of idea in our heads. I've got it pretty much in my head, and I have to explain to the others, this is how it's going to go. And so that when we get there on the day, I can say, right, scene 1 here, scene 2 here, and so on and so forth, and then we'll film the whole lot. and then lots of extra footage for things that we might need to fill in little bits, where there are instrumentals and so on and so forth. And this time I'll try and get some footage of us actually doing the filming and moving around locations and things. So the next video of this series of three will be complete. How I start a song from the very beginning to the end, how I get the idea for a video, how the video idea evolves into a video, how the video is made. And then the last part will be the actual video when it appears on UsTube, which used to be YouTube, but it's not about you anymore. Now it's about them, so it's UsTube. And that'll be the finished video complete. So you'll have a whole series of videos showing you how that thing, from the very inception of the song to the completion of the video, came about. That's it really, that's the whole idea. So we're at stage 2.5, and next week the camera's already been sussed out and set up. We're going to go and get more cards so we can save more, so we can film for longer, and a couple of extra bits and bobs. There'll be some props, like look out for the skulls lying around, because it's supposed to look apocalyptic and everything. And then we'll go out and shoot the video, and then you'll see that in the next video, how we shot the video. And also possibly there'll be an outtake video from Screaming Down the Wind as well, so you'll see all the funny bits and things that went wrong and f***ed up and so on and so forth. So this is part 2.5, if you like, and the next part is the video filming itself, which will be done at a blast furnace works in Duisburg. Huge area, lots of things that you can open to the public, so you can climb on lots of things and use the location really well. We've got to find a day when we can all go, and we've got to find a time when there are no people there, because we don't want people walking around or have to ask people to go out the way and, you know, can you move over there and all that kind of thing. And we just do our thing, so we just try and turn up there at a decent hour when there's nobody there, and then we'll shoot the video. That'll probably take, like it does usually, about 3, 4 or more hours. That's the idea. So I hope this is useful and fun to watch. They're fun to make, otherwise I wouldn't do them. The songs are fun to write, otherwise I wouldn't do it. All of this is just for fun. It's entertaining for us, and hopefully it's entertaining for you. So tune in and get ready for the next video, which will be the filming. In the meantime, enjoy the music. Thanks for watching that Fair Skin Music Channel video. Hope you liked it. If you did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, like, share. In the description below there should be a link to the website where there's a blog about the videos and things, and other stuff as well, books and whatever, and a link to the BitChute page to go and watch the videos there. The videos are also on the website. In the meantime, have fun, enjoy the music.